So here's another video of the Offgrid cabin. This video, I'm with the diesel heater output, where I'm going to be building a fuel tank underground later on. So if using these cans to fill up this and use it, at the moment I use this. I fill this up with these ones, and I use this pipe that's hooked up to a pump, and I pump the fuel in, because when it's cold it's hard to hold it and it's easier to do it from the inside that way. This is all over the place, right? This is how you can make a water heater. So with a EGR cooler off of a car, which I'll put a picture up wherever, this I've had to change some of it. So now the pump doesn't go in here, it goes in the bottom one, because then the hot water gets spiraled around and comes out, which this is as far as I've managed to get it. So got the exhaust, which got a heat wrap to make it nice and hot, to keep the heat inside to about there, and then that can get lovely and cold. Like now, that is really hot. I've had to put bends into the pipe to keep the exhaust heat up inside of here, which is slowly getting warm again. None of this will be used. This is just like for show now, because that isn't connected. That used to close off the valve inside to allow the exhaust to go wherever. But now this is hooked up. This one here is what will go inside to, we're going to have like a tank like this, but to constantly pump the water into here. Sadly can't use a high flow of water because it will eat power. So you have to crank the pump up to get the water going, and I drop it down to about 20% power. That's at the moment because it's outside, but the water coming out of here, not a big amount of flow, but that comes out warm. Of course the exhaust is there, that's actually quite hot as well. So I might later on make something that uses the whole exhaust. This isn't actually too hot. Ah, okay, that is hot. Now the water's gone off my hand. If I crank this up quickly to about 40%, have a lot better flow, which is still coming out warm-ish. It's just, well, where it's coming out into the atmosphere is getting cold again. This is just for me to test this pump setup. I need to get a weaker pump. This is one of our old main water pumps, so it does change, but that is actually getting nice and warm. You have to wait about 5 minutes for the heater to warm up. Once the heater's warmed up, so of course you give it 5 minutes, then go ahead, turn on the water pump and start pumping your water out, because this needs to get nice and hot to then get the water warm and flow out. So that is actually coming out nice and toasty into there already, with the water flow turned up in a lovely British windy day. And yeah, so these heaters are on the inside, and on another video I'll show you how I've hooked all the piping inside for like the heat to go. It goes along this wall and then it comes out here and down the side and on the floor, stuff like that. But you want to get one of these, or just a normal motor controller really, because they are brilliant for, well, having adaptable power that you need on pumps, lights, anything. But yeah, so that is how you will set up a diesel heater like this, a diesel heater to heat water. I will add videos later on in time of once this is all coiled up and lovely and covered. I've also got to put the heat shield back over it, got the shield from the rain, because that helps it too. So I might actually do that now and then come back to you in a second. Right, so after messing around with loads of self-tappers and drill and the angle grinder, somewhat, because this wire current is just holding it till I make a mount like that. Cut, bent. Oh, nearly fell. Cut, bent. I'm going to put a different bolt up there instead. I'm going to re-bolt all these. But now that's all encased and connected, and at the moment I have a really nice flow of quite warm water now. So the water pump system works, so it's just time to make it bigger. So around on our property we found some insulated tube, maybe, so like some grey tube, so I've attached it around to shield off the pipe now. Hopefully soon I can get something to run this along here insulated to go inside the kitchen underneath the sink to do all the pipes properly so we can have the water all set up. For now I've removed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment what you want to see us show you next. Maybe the power system, how it all is now. When the fuel tank's being built, I will video that anyway. How all the fuel stuff works, because that is mixed with oil and stuff to make it last longer. If I open up this tank, I think I can show you. There you go. So there's not much left in there. We've got to deal with that. The generator, it's all the way down the hill. Show you videos of that, and that's all wired and all that stuff. All the 12-volt sockets when they're in and all that stuff, because this has all got to be tubed up and tidied. We have a storm coming, so we're trying to sort that out. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, see you later.